NCIS recently marked its 1,000th episode across all of its many franchises. That is so impressive. I'm going to say it again. 1,000 different episodes across the many different realms of the NCIS universe. There are now multiple franchises. Fans have followed the agency to Los Angeles, to Hawaii, to Australia. But viewers first came to love the original team, the Washington, D.C. team, led for more than a decade now by director Leon Vance.
Serving those who protect, protecting those who serve.
What does it mean?
It's the NCIS motto, and it's very important because it's a promise.
To do what?
It's a promise to try and do good.
Well, director Leon Vance, actually actor Rocky Carroll joins us here in Studio 57 live. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me in Studio 57. I appreciate it.
Well, congratulations on the wild success of the series. You have had beloved roles in Chicago Hope, NCIS. Talk to us about how you started your career. I understand it was in theater around here in New York.
Yeah, I was a theater classically trained stage actor who moved to New York City with dreams of working on Broadway. And I was fortunate enough to achieve that in 1990. I was in an August Wilson play called The Piano Lesson. And then on a whim, I went out to Los Angeles to audition for a sitcom. I didn't even know what a sitcom was. It was a pilot. I didn't know what a pilot was. So a friend of mine said, come out audition for this pilot. And I thought, long weekend, the worst case scenario is I get a free weekend in Los Angeles. Right. So I went there, and 33 years later, was my introduction to television and film. And my relationship with CBS now has spanned like well over 25 years.
Well, that speaks to your great talent.
So with NCIS, when you audition for that, and then you get the job, and you do the first episode, is any part of you thinking this is going to go on for 1,000 different episodes, and you're going to be part of 350 odd of them?
No. Literally, NCIS was already on the air. It was already a pretty successful franchise. The show had been on, I came on in the last few episodes of season 5. And I remember thinking to myself, you know what, it's pretty good. If this goes 7 seasons, if it goes to season 7, I will have come in on the tail end of a pretty good show. 2 years on a show that's already a hit. I was already thinking 7 seasons would be great. That was 17 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah.
And
amazing.
you've also directed episodes. What's it like to work behind the scenes, to direct your colleagues, and to be playing in front and behind the camera?
It's what I think it would be something akin to being the royal wedding planner. People ask me which is easier. I said, there's no comparison. As an actor, I get up in the morning, I'll look over my script, I'll have a cup of coffee, I'll read the paper. When I'm a director, when I'm directing an episode, I wake up 3 hours before my alarm clock and I'm staring at the ceiling and thinking to myself, please don't mess this up. Just because there's so many things to think about, but it's a great group. It's a great, the crew. You're responsible for so many other elements, and it's just constant information, constant questions, hair, lighting, makeup, effects, all the things that you'll be responsible for. But I must have done something right because they've let me do about 25 episodes now. So
that's the same thing Tony tells himself every morning when he opens his eyes.
Doing something right. Rocky, your character, Director Vance, has taken a bullet recently, reconnected with his son recently, tracked down an old enemy. A lot going on.
Yeah.
What can fans expect in the tail end of this season and beyond?
Well, one of the things I love about my characters started out sort of as the boss from hell that was sort of kind of this guy who kind of seemed to work in his own orbit, but so many of his personal challenges, family, like you said, his own personal life, things were in jeopardy for him, I think, which has now endeared him and made him more of a part of the NCIS nucleus there. The season finale, once again, it takes the team and a couple of members outside of the NCIS, out of the mothership, as I call it. We reach out to the NCIS universe to help solve this case. Special Agent Knight, that's played by Katrina Law, has to make some very big decisions regarding her life and her career at NCIS, and that's what fans can look forward to.
Hey, Rocky, we got about 30 seconds left, but actors always bring something of themselves to the character, but when you play a character this long, the character rubs off on the actor.
Absolutely.
Has that happened here?
Slightly, but I realize I don't carry the same weight at home. But nobody listens to me the way they listen to me on the set.
Rocky Carroll, thank you so much for being here with us.
My pleasure.
Appreciate
Good
it.
luck. And NCIS airs Mondays at 9 p.m. Eastern on CBS and streams on Paramount Plus.